Afternoon. Today I'm going to be looking at making some shelves for my little boy's bedroom. It's got a load of Lego that needs lifting up out of the way so it doesn't get broken. And I thought I would use whatever scraps I have available.
First, I trim all the lengths down to an equal thickness. A quick sand to 120 just to take away any splinters.
I've decided to trim all my lengths down by 10 centimetres. That way the shelves can have an overhang just by a couple of centimetres each side. There's a couple of reasons for this. Number one, I think it'll look good. But two, not all my lengths are the same size, so it's going to be really hard to get all round squared shelving. To assist me with this, I've just put a tiny stop block in just so I can get easy and quick repeatable cuts. And then I realised how much of a plonker I am. So I've got all my cut ends butted up to this piece on the end, just so that they're all level. The great thing with taking 10 centimetres off them all were, in my head it made them all the same size, smaller. But I forgot, they weren't the same size to begin with. What a plonker. So I'm going to have to go back and just trim these ends off this side. Right, so here we are now. I fixed that last mistake, our learning experience. Now all I'm going to do is pre-drill and screw my ends on, and there's one to go in the middle. Progress so far, it's 3 frames made. Now to move on to the tops. So moving on now from the bases, what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay out 4 or 5 of these bits of pallet wood. I'm going to offset them just off the back by about ½ centimetre, which hopefully should give me a small lip on the front. Some of them have got frayed ends from when they've been cut, so I'm going to leave all of them overhanging at both sides and come back and trim them down to length so I get a nice clean finish along both sides.
Once I'm happy with the pieces, I pin them in place, making sure I've got nice coverage over the whole piece. From there, I'm just going to measure off using my set square and then trim the ends. Cutting with your left hand's never great.
Moving on now. In the end, I only ended up sanding to 120, but what became apparent as soon as I got these tops on was the weight on them. So I've made some little support legs. I'm just going to screw into place, it'll rest against the wall, and we'll just offer a little bit of extra support just to keep everything where it should be. Now I've put a 45-degree angle on these, and if I keep the back edge square to my worktop, and this end on there, then I should be set just fine. I'll clamp them into place and then screw them down. So the reason why I've countersunk them first, one, just to make them slightly more neater, but the screws I have could have done with being just a little bit longer. But the next size up I've got would have come all the way through, which I didn't really want.
It's finally time to add a coat of paint. Once I'm happy that I've got them all covered, it's time to mount them on the wall. And I'm really pleased with how they've come out. They look just the style that I wanted.